drowning in information, articles, research papers, the internet. It never stops.
Oh, absolutely. Information overload, right? Like trying to drink from a fire hose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we all want to stay current, right?
Right.
But who has the time to digest it all?
Right.
Well, what if I told you there's a tool that can help? It's called NotebookLM, and it's Google's latest AI.
Really? I have to admit, that one caught my eye.
It's designed to help us make sense of all this information.
As someone who, tries to keep up with all this new tech, it's intriguing, to say the least.
So NotebookLM is basically an AI research assistant. It takes whatever information you give it and turns it into a podcast-style conversation.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it uses like natural language processing to understand the material?
Exactly. And then it uses speech synthesis to create a surprisingly realistic audio discussion.
See, that's the part that always gets me, the speech synthesis. It's getting so good.
I know. You almost can't tell it's not a real person.
It's a little unnerving.
Well, for this deep dive, we'll be diving deep into NotebookLM, how it works, and what it means for the future of, well, everything.
I'm in. This I gotta hear.
Okay, so NotebookLM, it's almost like magic. You give it articles, research papers, even just your own notes.
What, your own notes?
Yeah, and it analyzes it all and spits out an audio file of a conversation about that topic.
No way. Seriously?
Seriously. And it sounds really good. It's not just reading information. It pulls out key points, uses quotes, like a real back and forth.
Okay, now you're just messing with me.
I'm not. It's pretty mind-blowing. It even sounds natural.
Okay. I'm officially impressed. And a little terrified, but mostly impressed.
That's fair. Like, it sounds too good to be true, right? Just upload and go.
Right, exactly. Like, how is that even possible?
Well, let's break it down. So how does it actually work? Is it really as simple as just uploading a document and pressing go?
It's almost like that, yeah.
Okay, but seriously, how does it work?
All right, so say you've got a bunch of articles, right, on AI ethics or something.
Okay.
You go to NotebookLM. You do need a Google account, by the way, and you literally drag and drop those articles into the tool.
And then what?
It processes them.
That's it.
Well, not just processes. It analyzes them, figures out the main points, pulls out interesting quotes, stuff like that. And then it uses those AI models we were talking about to turn it all into a conversation.
So it's summarizing.
Yeah.
And then, like, creating a podcast from that.
Yeah, basically.
Wow. When you put it like that.
It really is kind of incredible, isn't it? Like having a team of researchers and podcast producers behind the scenes.
That's wild. I have to admit, when I first heard about NotebookLM, I was a bit skeptical.
Yeah.
But now...
I get it. It's one of those things that sounds too good to be true. But seeing it in action...
It's a game changer.
Totally.
So where do we see this technology going? I mean, what's next?
That's the big question, right? The potential here is just massive. Imagine researchers sharing their findings, not through long, boring papers, but through engaging audio discussions.
In students, think of how much easier it would be to absorb information.
Absolutely. And it's not just about education. Imagine journalists using this to share in-depth reports or even authors creating audio versions of their books.
This could change everything. It's exciting,
Yeah.
but kind of overwhelming too. Like, where do we even start with the implications of something like this?
Well, that's the thing about new technology. It always comes with a whole new set of questions.
Yeah.
And challenges.
Exactly. So with all this potential, what about the downsides? What are some of the challenges you see with a tool like NotebookLM?
Well, one thing that comes to mind, it really makes you appreciate the human element of, traditional podcasting.
How so?
Like the back and forth, the nuances, the little things a human host brings to the table, passion, humor. And AI can't replicate that, at least not yet.
That's a good point. It's about capturing the human element.
Right. And then there's the question of accuracy.
Ah, yes. That old chestnut.
Because NotebookLM is only as good as the information it's given.
Right. Garbage in, garbage out, as they say.
Exactly. So if the source material has inaccuracies or biases, well...
Those could get amplified in the AI-generated audio.
Exactly.
Okay, so what you're saying is we still need to be critical thinkers.
More than ever. Whether the information's coming from a human or an AI, you got to think for yourself.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up our deep dive today, what's the main thing you want listeners to take away from all this about NotebookLM and this whole new world we're entering?
I think approach these new tools with curiosity, but also a healthy dose of skepticism. Explore the possibilities, definitely. But don't check your brain at the door.
Wise words. And for our listeners who want to learn more, we'll have links to everything we talked about on our website. You can even try NotebookLM yourself.
Yeah, give it a shot. It's definitely an interesting time to be, well, interested in anything.
It really is. AI is changing everything so fast.
It's wild. But hey, who knows what amazing new tools we'll have to explore next time.
I can't wait to find out. Until then, thanks for diving into this with me.
My pleasure. Always fun to chat about this stuff.
And to everyone listening, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and as always, happy listening.